So today we are bringing you our full custom tactics and game plans for FC24. This is what I am going to run throughout the whole of a weekend league, basically to cover every scenario. So if you match someone that's playing the 4-3-2-1, a 5 at the back, you have a tactic and a setup to deal with absolutely everything. One thing that I will say, as we always kind of have to, we start in the 4-2-4 formation, okay? I don't play this in game, we do change, and that's where we then use game plans to do that. If you want to see these tactics kind of in more action and more broken down, then you can head over to the individual videos for them and they will be there for you, all right? So to start things off, we have the 3-4-2-1. And this is a setup that we put out recently that I thoroughly enjoy. It plays very differently to the way that things have played for me kind of all season. We've been testing out balanced possession a little bit more and we'll go through that in just a sec. So our defensive style, we go 35 width and 60 depth. A very quick kind of explanation is we want that high line to be able to kind of press and kind of box the opponent in, and then that narrow width with our 3 centre backs. We don't want them being so far apart. Obviously in the 3 at the back, it essentially becomes a 5 at the back when you're defending, because you have the left mid and the right mid back in defence as well. Balance and possession. We look to move the ball around nicely in this formation. The tiki-taka plus on the centre mids is something that I've been running a lot recently and actually having so much fun with. It works so well. So having that kind of possession, you know, look for that quick time, first time passes, one touch, then pass, move the ball around. Everyone's coming to feet and playing is nice. A neutral width with 50. I think the 3-4-2-1 gives you a very good option down the middle and down the wing as well. So I didn't want to tinker that too much. 3 players in box. The reason why I go for this on this setup is that I'm looking specifically for my striker and right forward for crosses. That was Xerxes and Drogba, Okafor, whoever it is that you've got kind of as big men if you do run them. 1 corners and 1 free kicks. So for the strikers, we went with stay central and stay forward. And that works super well. The reason for that is it would be, as I said, Drogba or Okafor if I was using this here. Xerxes and Okafor getting into the box, them being there. And then at left forward, which was Politano for me originally, we would have them on getting behind. And that's basically using the left forward to run to the byline, looking for those through balls in behind, and then the L1 square to the back post. Left mid and right mid are on comeback and defence, stay wide, and get in behind. This is basically allowing us to defend in a 5 at the back when we don't have the ball. And then when we do, we want the width available to spread the play from Disasi over to Udogie or from Van Dijk over to Karsdorp, and you get that kind of idea. And as I said, it works super well. So that was a 3-4-2-1. On my defensive tactic, I then have the 4-3-1-2. Again, a formation that we tried and looked for different sort of football as well. This I found was super good against 5 at the back or anyone just playing drop back, basically, and really looking to kind of compact the defense and make it difficult to break down. For our setup here, we go balanced defensive style. I'm not going to re-explain why we do that. You know why I do that. I don't think it's needed to be on press on heavy touch or possession loss when we're starting the game. I just explained it, but either way. Width 44 and depth 53. Because there's 4-3-1-2, we are looking to be kind of quick in that counter. It does leave you a little bit open sometimes to be caught in that transition. So I don't want to run as big of a high line. Build up play, balance and direct passing. I want to push my strikers into the opponent's box to then look to get the ball into my centre attacking mid. My on running right centre mid and left centre mid to see if we can penetrate the box with step overs, reverse elasticos, heel to ball rolls, and you name it. 40 attacking width and then 5 players in box. The 4-3-1-2 is a narrow formation. Our wing backs are going to be the ones that provide us that width. All right, we don't want to go super wide on this because it would just make it play super weird. 1 corners and then 1 free kicks. For our instructions, stay central and stay forward on both strikers. I was originally using Xerxes and Drogba again in this setup, and obviously introduced Werner recently. And this basically just means if I get the ball with Skip, I want to try and get the ball into Xerxes, get the ball into Werner. Could be an over the top through ball. It could be an L1 square, whatever it may be. Or our centre attacking mid. Stay forward, stay on the edge of the box cross and free roam. I don't want this centre attacking mid getting into the box because I want Xerxes and Werner the ones to be there. Xerxes mainly, obviously, for the crosses. The free roam instruction is something I've been playing around with a lot recently, and I do find that they kind of linger towards the side where the ball is, or they occupy space that Xerxes might have left when he was holding the ball up, and just kind of gives them a little bit different than if they're just completely unbalanced. Your centre defensive mid, the medium high work rate centre mid, would be your stay back one. You know, your deep line playmaker, your ball winning midfielder, just the one that you want there breaking up the counter. That is Oliver Skip for me. Stay back while attacking, cover centre. The left centre mid and right centre mid are unbalanced. Ideally, high work rates here if you can. They are going to get up and down. Ugart's great at it. Kandriva not so much because he's medium. But if you can have high, you'll have a lot more success. The left back, the one that I want getting forward, is on join the attack and overlap, and then the right back is on stay back. It doesn't mean you can't use the right hand side, and you can flip this, by the way. You know, you don't have to have it on your left hand side. It's just that you have to manually trigger them. We did originally have them on balanced, and it just left us way open on the counter. So a nice setup if I'm playing against a 4-3-2-1, you know, drop back, someone that's got 5 numbers in defense, all that sort of stuff. Next up, we have the 4-2-3-1, which is a tactic that we have just recently put out on the channel as well. If you want to go and see that kind of more in-depth, you know, you can watch that. And this is the setup. It's so different. This is to play, think of like prime Barcelona football. Tiki-taka, moving the ball, first-time passes, and moving it quickly, transitioning quickly, and playing some good FC24. Balanced defensive style, 44 defensive width and 62 depth. You notice a pattern here. All this is very similar. We don't change this around too much. Build up play, balance, and then chance creation, possession. When would I play this in my weekend league? Mainly if I'm playing against someone that I want to hold the ball against a little bit more, that I identify that they're pretty good on the ball. I want them to have it as least amount as possible. I want to be the one in control of the game. This is the reason why I'd run this setup. 10 attacking width. This plays it super narrow. It's crazy, right? It's absolutely crazy that we have it this narrow, but we want it this narrow to basically have our right attacking mid, left attacking mid, and center attacking mid lingering around together. Free roam, so close, nice and close football. I don't want them 20 yards apart. I want them 5 to 10 yards apart, essentially. And then we go for 6 players in box, 1 corners, and 1 free kicks. For the instructions, the striker is going to be on stay central. Our center attacking mid and our right attacking mid and our left attacking mid are on free roam. They are going to interchange with one another when we're moving forward. If Kandriva runs into that left attacking mid spot, Werner will rotate and move through. The center attacking mid is on getting to the box or cross though, so we can constantly keep looking for that extra pass off. You know, if Xerxes receives it into box, bang, he can go one more and find that. Your right center defensive mid is your high work rate midfielder. Cut passing lanes, cover center, letting them get up and down. Being there for those late runs into the box. Think like Frank Lampard getting it late in and getting some goals. Your left defensive mid is the one that you want staying back. Medium high work rates if you can. Cut passing lanes, stay back while attacking, cover center, and then deep lying playmaker. They will constantly come and receive the ball to feet when you have it with your defenders, which is so nice. Your left back and right back are on stay back while attacking. You have to use them going forward though, guys. You can't just attack with what you have here. Use them in the transition. Drive 10 to 15 yards with your right back. Look for a give and go into your defensive mid and then look for that overlap. That will really help. And then last but not least is the 4-2-2. And this is a video that's coming on the channel very soon. I've been working on this because the 4-2-2 is a tactic that I'll be honest with you, I haven't really liked over the years, and I wanted to try something so different. And what we're basically going to get in this setup is Gully is basically going to play as a central cam and centre mid, and Xerxes is going to play as a striker and right attacking mid. It works very interestingly. Is it the most meta? Probably not, but it's unique, that's for sure. Balanced defensive style, 45 defensive width and 70 depth. This is a high aggressive line. I'm looking to win the ball and then go and then play and get in behind. I don't run 71 depth though to get that auto offside trap, but a higher line does mean that we are at risk to counters. So do be mindful of through balls. You have to be accurate with your right stick switching and so on. The first time you've seen it in a long time for me, long ball and direct passing. This is basically to look to go into Xerxes, then to go into Werner or Gully or that left attacking mid as well. It's not going to be great if you want to play football, let's say. I would run this if I wasn't finding the 4-3-2-1 working. If I was running against someone that I know is playing basically every man behind the ball, I need to hit on the counter quicker. That's how you beat drop back. You hit on the counter quicker and you score your goals that way. This is when I would run this setup. 60 attacking width to just have a little bit more of an outside to be closer to the fullbacks than the centre backs. And then 7 players in box. Much higher here, looking to basically look for that extra pass off across as and when. So what do we do with our player instructions? Stay forward, get in behind on Werner. This is your quick striker. Werner, Eusebio, Mbappe. And then for the big man, you need a big man in this setup. Drift wide, stay forward. What Xerxes is going to do is he is going to operate basically between their left centre back and their left back most of the time, which when we're in that position, it means that we can look for L1 squares, L1 triangles, just balls over the top or into their chest basically. And then Ghoulie, our right attacking mid, is on getting to the box across and free roam. He is going to move and basically play when we're, you know, in our own midfield, centre mid. He's going to be so close to Ugart and Skip. And then as we transition forward, he's going to occupy into that space that Xerxes may have left and get into the box. On our left attacking mid, though, stay forward, stay on the edge of the box cross. This is to look for Travellas, to lay the ball back to Oliver Skip, and then the first time driven into the 18-yard box. We don't want the left attacking mid joining in the box when we already have kind of these players here. But because we're running high players in box as well, you're going to find your centre mids are going to be there wanting to make those runs as well. Both of the CMs are on cut passing lines cover centre. They're not on stay back while attacking. I want a bigger pressure. So if these are going to move forward, if I get the ball on the edge of the box, I can lay the ball back to my centre mid. If I lose the ball, bang, the centre mids compress. Makes it so difficult to play out with. The right back is on balanced attack, overlap and step up. And then the left back is on stay back while attacking and step up. Now he's on stay back while attacking because he's on stay forward. Okay. And basically, because we've got free roam on Ghoulie, we want our overlapping run from the right back because Ghoulie's going to come in slightly and Xerxes is going to be a little bit wide, but not too wide. Again, as I said, it's a bit more unique. Is it the most meta? Arguably not. Step up is going to be aggressive. Again, they are going to get touch tight to their man when you lose the ball. They're going to step up. They're going to want to be, you know, kind of hitting away at the heel saying, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball. And that's the purpose there. It's a much more aggressive setup. So those are the custom tactics that we're running throughout the whole of the weekend league. Some the most meta, some a little bit different and play a little bit of footy ball. But let me know how you find them. And if you want to catch any of our other tactics videos, you can click this video right here and find one that suits you.